You're not good at this. I thought you were fucking amazing.
So,
Nice.
all right, dispatch. First things first.
It was shit.
Oh, screw you. No, I actually really like this game. I like this game a lot more than I thought I was going to like it, to be entirely honest.
For a Telltale-like game.
Yeah, no, honestly, it's my first save slot. Yeah, like.
Yeah, definitely Telltale.
Well, I'm pretty sure, and I'm sure somebody will correct me if I'm wrong, this is made by people who used to do the Telltale and like Tales from the Borderlands games.
Yeah.
But they just did a really good job. Like, I thought I would get bored playing something like this, or, you know, only having just the dialogue options or anything like that. I loved everything about this game. The characters were funny. Nothing was too overbearing, I guess. There were people you hated, there were people you liked, that you hated them and liked them by design. Just, there was no wasted characters, there was no wasted time. It is just a damn good story.
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
Kurisu, you're not entirely done with the game, but you've seen me play pieces of it. What are you thinking so far?
I've played part way through it so far myself. I've gotten to, I think, chapter 3, I think it is.
Yeah.
So far I'm liking it. Like, my only main complaint is none of the choices or the quick time events actually have any real consequence.
That's kind of fair. I will admit, the quick time events, yes, you can fail pretty much all of them, and there's no real effect, at least for most of them. I know there's some like minor differences, but actually, yeah, we did talk about this earlier when we were getting ready for this. There is no fail state for the game. There's nothing you can do, nothing you can say that will make you just lose. Like in some of the other games, Tales from the Borderlands comes to mind specifically. I never played it, but I did watch it. There were parts where if you failed a QuickTime event, your character died and you had to start over again. Like, you know, I'm not saying it's a good or a bad thing. It's just something I noticed. Like,
yeah,
you know, you can kind of take the game at your own pace, and if you suck at QuickTime events, the game's not gonna penalize you for it. You might see something different, but you're not gonna like lose. So it'd be nice if there was some penalty for it, or some what's the word I'm looking for? I can't really think of it.
Consequence?
Yeah, thank you, Alpha. Some consequence to failing QuickTime event, but there's not really anything of... Yeah, nothing of note. There's no QuickTime event I can think of that failing completely screws you.
Yeah, no, there is none so far that I've seen. Each time you fail a quick time event, you get a slightly different information where either someone else comes in to do it for you, or something else happens.
Yeah. As for nothing else, like none of the decisions mattering, yes and no. Obviously, the story does have to get to the end at some point. There's only so much different that can happen while still getting you to the end of the story. But your decisions do matter. I mean, you know, at this point, if somebody wanted to, do I keep the spoilers until a little bit later, or just jump right into it?
Oh no, the game's been out for several weeks.
Okay, fair.
Yeah, you just
All
say
right.
spoiler alert.
Yeah, so
Like, the game's been out for weeks, and it's all over YouTube Shorts.
Fair.
A few
Okay,
weeks
so
ago,
big.
I started getting shorts for it, and I didn't even know what the fucking game was. It's just like, haha, that's kind of funny. Moved on, and it's like, oh, that's a game. That's actually kind of interesting.
Yeah. Okay, so big fat spoiler warning. If you, like me, somehow managed to avoid darn near everything for this game up until now, And for
Then
some
what
reason,
the
you're
hell are you
watching
watching
a
that?
review video of it. Yeah.
I'm gonna avoid all spoilers so I can put myself. Oh, look, a review video. Oh, piece of candy.
So if you continue watching here and you don't want spoilers, Alpha's gonna make fun of you for it because you deserve it. Jokes aside, though, there are some decisions that do matter. There's obviously the ending, which is the only one that really matters, which is if you...
I'm still upset that you didn't choose to kill him.
Well, I don't mean that. I mean if you,
I know, but I'm still upset.
Oh, you could be upset about that. Buy the game yourself if you wanted a different
Fucking-
ending.
You're a fucking coward.
But the only
No, I
difference
want the
that'll
good
happen...
ending, I just want him to die as well.
Fair.
Is that too much to ask?
Fair. The only difference is if you completely screw over Invisigal and just never take her side, or there's some other ways you do it. I haven't looked into the whole thing because I was just happy with the ending I got and I was just happy with the story. But if you do certain things or don't do certain things, Invisigal will kill Shroud and then just vanish with his mask. The implication being that she turns into a villain again, according to the decision log at the end of the game, if I remember correctly. And then if you make all the good choices, send her out on missions, and or go down her romance path, she ends up staying with the hero team, and everybody's happy, and fireworks and fun times. Which, I like that ending. I'm not gonna lie. I don't care if it's stereotypical happy sunshine ending. I like my happy sunshine endings.
Yeah.
It's been a minute since I had a game with a happy sunshine ending. Aside from that, characters. We'll do a quick rundown. So you have Z-Team, which is... Oh boy, this is going to be real embarrassing if I forget somebody in this lineup. You have Sonar, you have Flambe, you have Invisigal, you have Prism, you have Punch Up, you have Golem, you have Coupe, a Waterboy, and Phenomenon. Am I missing anybody? That everyone?
You're
Don't-
missing one
No,
person.
One person. Who are you counting? Who am I missing?
Malevola.
Oh, Malevola. Damn it. How can I forget Malevola? Crap.
Also Smash.
Oh, that's kind of well, you know why I forgot Malevola? Because I never used her power.
You know why I forgot Malevola? Because I'm a Christian and she's a demon.
Okay.
I thought that's where you were going
No,
with that.
screw you. No, so okay, this is a side tangent, but I have to hit this real quick. Malevola's ability
Oh.
only works, like her ability only happens if you fail another call. She's the only hero who requires you to screw up to use her special ability.
And you screwed up a few times.
I
And used her ability a few times.
Yes, I did. I will not pretend like I didn't. But that's just a note I want to make. Out of everyone else on the team, their abilities will trigger on certain conditions. Malevola is the only one that requires you to fail to use her powers. Which,
To be fair, I like that.
yeah, that's fair.
Because it means that if you screw up, even just barely, there is a chance to slightly recover. But if you keep screwing up, then you're fucked anyway.
Yeah. Okay. So back to the characters real quick. So the Z team, everybody listed plus Malevola. They're awesome. I love every single one of them. Even the ones I hate, I love them. They're great. You have. Oh yeah, Flambe sucks, but he's supposed to suck. He sucks by design. You want to punch him in the face, and he wants to punch you in the face, and it's great. Sonar is a massive idiot, but I love him to death. He's hilarious. Like, the fact that he just... I don't want to say he doesn't take things seriously, but he is very much a not serious character. And I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Okay, next up we're gonna hit Invisigal. She is...
Good
Well-
luck hitting her, she's invisible.
Oh yeah, good luck. She is one of your two romance options. She's basically the immediate... I can't think of the technical term. I haven't been in English class for ages. She's not...
Describe.
Yeah. She's not the main character because the main character is Robert, but she is the most important character aside from Robert, basically. She is
So,
prominently in the story at all times.
a supporting character?
Maybe. Not the word I was looking for, but we'll go with it.
I know, but it's just.
But yeah,
in
she is
terms of,
the
like,
most prominent of all of them. Her story affects, well, the entire story. That's it. If Invisigal was out, her arc is the story of the game. Like, the two arcs are Robert learning to lead the team and getting his suit fixed, and trying to keep Invisigal from quitting or otherwise just doing stupid things. That's it.
Yeah.
So without Invisigal, you lose half the game. So to call her a side character doesn't feel proper, but I can't think of the actual word that I'm looking for. So we're just gonna leave it at that. Next up is gonna be Punch Up. Love him. He's hilarious. There's not much more to say about him. He's a very simple character who is very funny.
I mean, he's voiced by Jacksepticeye. It's hard not.
Yeah, you know, it's hard not to like the guy. Even when Punch Up hates you, you still love him. He's great fun. Prism. Does Prism do much?
He's just a pop star that fucking flashbangs people.
Yeah, which is quite funny. Her hero ability though is one of my favorite. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah, that was fucking overpowered.
Oh yeah. Hey, me who's editing this video, please clip in that part where I nearly 100%ed just by sending two heroes out, one of them being Prism, doubling up the other person.
I bet you're not gonna do it.
Well, you know, I have to edit that part out anyway, so hopefully I remember to do it. Let's see. Malevola, we already said. She's basically the team medic, which is hilarious because she's a literal demon. Coupe. Oh, so Coupe's a interesting one. Because in my playthrough, I cut her because she just gave bad vibes. And I had a distinct feeling, you know, not knowing anything about the game going into it. I'm like, if anybody on this team is going to cause problems and or maybe try to murder me, it's going to be her.
Or Flambe.
Yeah. So if I had to choose between Sonar and Coop, it was literally just, I would rather keep Sonar around because he's just a funny guy. Coupe might throw one of these knives into my skull if I piss her off. She is the only one here who does not seem to be, like, mentally sound, we will say. She's the most likely to murder somebody.
None of them are mentally sound.
True, but she's the most likely to murder somebody, is what I mean by that. Everybody else, they'll keep themselves in check. He is a barely leashed tiger waiting to rip somebody's throat out.
You're just a coward.
Shut up. Oh, okay. So, we'll come back to the other two potential members of Z Team here in a second. First, we'll jump on because that's a decision. Not everybody's gonna get to see them. Robert, the main character, he is Mecha Man. You learned that immediately. You are playing as Robert, so it's kind of hard to miss. You make a deal to get your suit fixed up and agree to work as a dispatcher until then and train up Z Team to hopefully not be a complete band of screw-ups. It's a pretty straightforward story, honestly. It's a good concept, gets the game going, it gives him a reason to be here, and he's not forced into it. He is given the choice, and it's like, hey, you're at your lowest point. We will help get you back into a better position and give you something to do in the meanwhile. So he's not just sitting around, what's the word?
He's just not sitting there with his thumb up his ass.
Basically, yeah. He's not wallowing in his own self-pity or otherwise falling apart. He's still doing something, which is what he wants to do. Robert wants to be doing something. At least that's the impression I got from any decision that you make. Robert is still going to go through and do the quote-unquote right thing as much as he can. That's just kind of his character no matter what decision you make. Except for that part where you punch the reporter in the face, but that's just kind of funny.
Oh, that's just
Yeah, but that reporter deserved.
I don't have footage of that one because I didn't make that decision, but I did see it on
it's
YouTube. It's hilarious.
It's especially funny because everyone is chanting for it. like after that beating, the guy is having an interview, and he says he's disgusted by the fact that other people were egging you on when you kicked his ass. And it's like, no wonder you're an asshole.
Well, you know, what do they say? Some people just need to get punched in the face. All right, now for my absolute favorite character, Chase. Yes. I love Chase to death. He is my favorite character in the whole game. Yes, this man made the game.
Anyone who says he's not the best character is a fucking moron.
Yes.
They should be fucking removed from the gene pool.
Yeah, no, like, if I had to choose anybody from this to be number one character, I know most people are going to say, like, Blonde Blazer or Invisigal or this, that, and that. No. It's Chase. It's Chase. The correct answer is Chase. He is the best. He is foul-mouthed. He is incredibly rudely friendly, if that makes any sort of sense.
It's called aggressive affection.
Yes. And he's just constantly there. He's always there. Yeah, I know. He's always there for you. He is an absolute prick, but he's an absolute prick who will be there when you need him to be. He's awesome. I love Chase to death.
Oh.
Best character. He should have gotten more screen time. Okay, so the two. Well, what do you think? Do we go through the two optionals or Blazer first? Because Blazer is an interesting one.
I don't care.
One.
Okay, let's hit the optionals first since we're already on Z team. Actually, no, I take that back. We're gonna do Blazer first because she's there at the start. I know, I'm switching up. Shut up. I'm not good at this. That's why it's called not exactly professional.
Really? You're not good at this? I thought you were fucking amazing.
Well, thank you. I appreciate the compliment.
Really? I mean, I thought this was perfect. I thought this would be fucking the best review in the world. Like, and now you're telling me you're not very good at it? Holy fuck.
You know, I should just cut that out and just make that the channel intro. You mean you're not the best at this? Anyway, so Blazer, she is the other romance interest. She is
basic.
I was gonna say, yeah, she is very vanilla ice cream. She is the good girl. I said
that to be a prick, and now you're agreeing.
Well, no, I mean, I know it doesn't sound like a compliment, but I'm saying it just to describe her character as she is. She is the hero. She is powerful. She's gonna do the right thing. She isn't gonna turn on you. She's supportive of you. She is vanilla ice cream. She's not gonna surprise you, and she's gonna do exactly what you think she's gonna do.
Flavor, fuck off. Chocolate all the way, you prick.
Oh my word. Okay, so that's really all I can say about Blazer because I didn't go down her path. I know there's a scene where she like reveals that her gem is what really gives her her powers and all that. I'll probably get to that in my second playthrough, but for my playthrough and as far as I am aware, she's straightforward. There's no twists. There's no surprises with her. She's steady.
He's playing Brit. She's there. She's made to be the example. Fucking move on.
Yeah, no, she's good. She saves your life. Like, I have no complaints about her. Like, she's not gonna be the plot twist villain. Like, she's not gonna surprise you, but she'll be there when you need her. Quite literally in some instances, but you know, I didn't get to see that in my footage, so. Okay, the other two Z-Teamers. You get to choose between the two biggest idiots. I personally chose Phenomenon because it was between Phenomenon or Waterboy, who you meet in episode 1. And Waterboy is just perpetually drenched, like man just came in from a downpour because he's constantly generating water. Poor guy. He struggles, but he tries his best. I went with Phenomenon because I was trying to make, I believe I said, a practical choice. It was a
He,
it was
he's
a
got
choice.
more depression than me,
It was a choice.
and I'm heavily medicated.
Well, maybe I should have gone with that skill instead. So Phenomenon, he is very much as described. He has insane stats. Like, that part you don't get lied about. He will do very well on specific types of calls. He can fly around, he can do really well in combat and endurance and I think mobility, but I can't remember. Problem is, if anyone anywhere fails a call, he goes down like in a not usable state for 45 seconds, which in this game is an eternity.
Yeah, that's at least missing what, like 2 calls at least.
Yeah, that is like at least what feels like a fifth of the shift. And the wild thing is, I found this out the hard way. If you fail a call while he is on his way to a call, he will stop going to the call and go back to the headquarters to be depressed. That sucks. Which is a great way to balance an otherwise extremely powerful character in terms of gameplay. Yeah. So that's a thing. Other than that, though, he's really powerful. He's got a really low cooldown time. He is this world's knockoff Superman, except he is not very bright. The other option...
Not very bright at all.
No, not at all. The other option is Waterboy, like I said before. And honestly, I am glad I chose Phenomenon just because of later on in the ending, the moment of truth for Waterboy felt so satisfying. We'll get to that in a minute. But I can't repeat what the guy said, but you know what? Hey, editor, me, later, or Alpha, whichever one of us is doing this, cut in the scene of Waterboy joining Z-Team at the end, please, because I love that moment. All right. So, story-wise... Do what?
No, I don't even remember it, and I was there to watch.
Oh, it was great. I loved it. Story-wise, I'm not gonna go beat for beat through the story. If you want to see the whole story, play the game yourself. Or, watch it on YouTube. There's an overabundance of people who've already played it and posted it. But the final day takes everything up to 11, and it is the best finale in terms of gameplay. Specifically, I will say in terms of gameplay, it is amazing. Because it takes everything you've done until now, it takes all the skill points you've gathered up, all the powers you've unlocked, all the synergies you've nourished. Not the word I was looking for, but it's the word I'm using. And it's like, all right, better hope you can keep up with this, and just throws the phone book at you. Like, you are getting smacked with everything. You've got calls all across the board. You do not have enough time or people to keep up with all of it. And the city gets a health bar. And if you fail too much, the entire city is dead. It is not a pleasant time.
The ending makes no sense. The entire story makes no sense. Shroud wants the astral pulse, but he built the fucking thing. Why doesn't he just build a new one for himself?
Well, Royd actually answers that, believe it or not. Royd said at one point, it's 2 pieces put together. It's the pulse itself, which apparently Shroud was able to remake because the thing he has in his head and the thing he has in his giant mech at the very end look very similar.
It's not the same.
But it's not the same because the housing for it is the engineering part, which apparently is the part that Shroud is not great at. I'm not sure. It's not exactly specified what Shroud is good or not good at because
it feels
he helped to make
lazy.
The original. You would think he would be able to just make another one.
It
was implied that Robert's father was the gearhead that designed housing, while Shroud was the one who designed the actual high-tech science part of it.
Yeah, but now that you say that, we'll hit this in more detail in a second. But now that you say that, that does remind me of something. If Shroud was the science guy and not the like physical tech guy, how is he making all of these augments for all of the Red Ring?
Yeah, fair point, I guess. No idea.
That's a good question.
So it's kind of just lazy then, because he can clearly make stuff that interfaces with a human being well and actually helps him. He can make a giant spider thing that has arms, which is what the fuck.
Yeah, his mech beats the hell out of us, by the way. Even if you ace the even if you ace the whole thing, like, that spider beats the hell out of you.
It makes no sense because he does all of that and he can make an actual pulse. But you're telling me he knows how to make, like, you know, a star worth of power and like the size of your fucking fist, but he doesn't know how to make a fucking containment unit for it. How the fuck are you smart enough to do that but not know how to put sheets of mail together in such a way that it contains it?
Yeah, you know,
while you're able to make all these augments that not only interface with people's lungs, like fucking Invisigal, but their brains, like him fucking self.
Yeah. You know,
something's not adding up there.
You are right, because he does pull something out of his head before he puts the pulse in that looks very similar. Like, it looks almost identical, except it's red instead of blue.
He could clearly make another one. Why the fuck does he care about that one? Oh, but it's because I built it. Who the fuck cares? Just make another one.
Yeah, I think, Kurisu, I think you said... Crap, did I say your actual name at some point?
I have no idea.
I will. I'll go back through it in editing. Anyway, Kurisu, you, I think, mentioned when we were talking earlier that perhaps the reason why he couldn't make it again was it was, as the name Astral Pulse implies, possibly some kind of, like, meteor or otherwise really hard to get material. But it's never explained. You know, it doesn't have to be explained, but it would be nice.
I remember Royd saying something about part of the stellar core.
Yeah, it is called the stellar core, so you might be right on that. It might genuinely just be that he doesn't have the material to make another one.
That or just pedantic pricks who wanted to make it sound cool instead of just a power core.
Yeah, because Royd comes pretty close to making one.
Yeah, he comes close enough. The prototype.
Yeah, I mean, give Royd another, you know, year on it, and he'd probably get it down. Because Royd is awesome. Okay, we haven't mentioned Royd yet. Royd is awesome. I love Royd to death. Royd is amazing. The funny thing is the supporting characters, Chase, Royd, yeah, no, they're the only real supporting characters because you're interacting with Z-Team directly. They're awesome. They might not be in the spotlight for the entire story, but they are amazing. I love them to death. I love most of these characters so much. Like, that is just genuinely. Okay, we are pushing on 27 minutes here. I should wrap this up a little bit. I will say, I did have a little bit of complaint with the ending because it felt like, gameplay-wise, it was great. Story-wise, it felt like something wasn't quite there. Invisigal, I'm not gonna lie, the big plot twist of she was working for the Red Ring the whole time, that didn't sit right with me because there were so many pieces that just felt like they suddenly didn't fit in the puzzle. Like in the second chapter where she's about to leave the Z-Team of her own accord. Like, she thinks she's about to get cut. She doesn't try to stay on. Like, she's not putting forward a massive effort to not get cut. She's just like, whatever, I give up.
So, real quick.
And then suddenly gets the, whatever his face is, by mostly coincidence, because he sure didn't seem like he knew he was supposed to get captured. And then magically inks through right at the very end of not getting cut. If she had been cut, Shroud's entire plan falls apart. He suddenly doesn't have a spy anymore.
Yeah.
What were we saying now?
There's no reason for why Shroud couldn't make another Astral Pulse.
Yeah.
Because it said that Astral, fucking Robert's dad, he was a gearhead. He can't make the Astral Pulse. It's even specifically stated that he can't. So Shroud made the Astral Pulse and the housing himself, so why the fuck can he just make a second one? Make
No,
a man
I think the housing was the
useless in
part that Robert's dad
No.
made. Because he was the gearhead. He
No.
made the housing for it, but Shroud made the stellar core.
No.
No?
It stated that he's not a. It stated that he's only a gearhead and that he couldn't make the actual. Oh, it's just seeing a bunch of numbers on a fucking screen and going, oh, I can create housing. Why the fuck wouldn't Shroud be able to do that when he's the fucking hyper intelligent one that created it in the first fucking place?
I don't know. I mean,
it's
that
not
is
hard for him to go.
Yeah.
Remember, in the flashback that you see, he has augments in the side of his head already.
Yeah.
So I don't see how he couldn't make the. So no, he absolutely made the entirety of the astral pulse, and then through being a petulant, petty, fucking whiny child, wanted the original back because I created it.
Yeah. I don't know.
He's
That
just
is
a
something
whiny bitch.
Yeah, that is something that isn't really well explained. But
I mean, the kind of is.
yeah, coming back to Invisigal, her I was secretly a spy all along. Just it doesn't sit right with me. Like, it didn't feel right, because the entire last chapter was suddenly just throwing this, that, and the other at you. Like, oh, are you sure you still trust her? Are you sure you still trust her? Oh, she's trying to betray you. She's gonna betray you. She was doing this thing that you really shouldn't trust. And it's like, why? What? Why? It felt like everything you had done up until that point in the game just fell apart in an instant. Because suddenly everybody was doubting her because she risked her life to try and get the astral pulse back for you. She was trying to do a good thing and even said publicly and wanted to get the entire team on board with her to go get the pulse that night. But when no one else went, she went by herself. So it's not like she did this big, terrible thing. I mean, she went when she wasn't supposed to. But why does that suddenly make her a complete pariah of... she's absolutely terrible and we can't trust her at all because she's going to betray us?
They need a shitty fucking reason to throw in more drama. Like, it wasn't bad enough that Chase had a heart attack. It's a case of, well, you did this and it caused Chase to have a heart attack to save you, so we don't like you, despite the fact that you try to do something good. Meanwhile, Flambe, if you tell him who you are, tries to set you on fucking fire.
Oh, not just set you on fire, he tries to kill you.
Yeah, exactly. And the fucking group's like, oh, he's such a fucking loser. Anyway, Robert, and it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, Flambe darn near kills you, and we let him off the hook within the day. But Invisigal, yeah, it doesn't sit right with me. It feels like something's off there. So
it's a shit. Like, what I think is happened is that they wrote themselves into a corner. They wanted some sort of big twist, but they couldn't figure it out properly.
Yeah. It also doesn't help that several times through the game, Invisigal's in like incredible amounts of danger to where if Robert screws up, she could potentially die or get herself seriously injured. And then suddenly, again, Shroud's down his spy. He's not able to complete his plan because Invisigal's either in the hospital or injured and not able to do what she's supposed to do.
To be fair, he doesn't really need Invisigal.
Hard to say, because he makes a big deal of it.
Right, because, well, yeah, but that's more just to fuck with Robert. Like, think about it. At the very start, he tricks Robert to go into a steel mill or whatever. Yeah. And Robert gets his ass beat. Yeah. And Invisigal was ready to put a bomb on him. The only bit then, you know, because some dipshits were still shooting at Robert, it knocked him around, which knocked her off. If they had someone else with a better grip do it, it wouldn't fucking matter. Because on the back, they can't be seen. And Robert doesn't get an alert that someone's on the mech, whether Invisigal's visible or not. So he doesn't need Invisigal. It's just kind of, hey, I'm gonna fuck with you now, is what it feels like. Because if he can trick Robert to go to a steel mill, almost kill him and almost get the actual pulse, what the fuck's stopping him from doing it again after his spy dies?
Maybe. I don't know. Well, at that point, Robert can't go himself. And again, he only cares about the pulse. He doesn't care about Robert. Or allegedly doesn't care about Robert, but he does later on. He really wants to kill him later on for some reason.
Well, yeah, but Robert may just have the actual pulse at some point.
Yeah.
And yes, it's slipping between different hands, but all it takes is one lucky bust from our hero team who fucking know what the actual pulse signature is.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't be hard for them to get that, give it to Robert, put it in the mech that is now working and fully functional.
Yeah.
And then Robert goes out to do hero work. It wouldn't be hard for Shaw to go, he still wants me dead, he still hates me for killing his father. Fuck it. Let's start fucking spreading breadcrumbs about.
Yeah.
He's done it once, he can do it again.
Yeah. Okay. So all right. So final closing thoughts. I love the game. It was great fun. The actual gameplay part of dispatching everybody around and managing the stats and the slight RNG that sometimes screws you over is very fun. It's a simple, fun game. The story's really good. I've got my complaints about the finale, but I can set them aside because it was still a happy ending. It was all right. I didn't have a problem with it. It just felt like it didn't respect a lot of the things that had happened earlier in the story. It just felt like it was like, I don't care what you did up until this point. We're now going to act like Vizzy is the worst person in the world. And yes, Chase almost dies, and that is a pretty big deal, sure. But I don't know. The fact that the entire team is suddenly just throwing Vizzy out on her ear, and it's like, I'm sorry, why do you guys care about Chase again? For one, why do they care about Chase? And two, why are they suddenly like, yes, Vizzy must be punished because she did a bad thing, when literally all of them are, I don't know. I've got my complaints. I got my complaints with it, but overall, love it, recommend it. If you want to play it for yourself, absolutely do. It is worth the money. Alpha, you got anything?
Good game overall. Fucking shit ending due to the fact that it just felt like they fucked up with the story and fumbled. But still overall really good.
Yeah. Kurisu, you got anything?
Wanted to double back the whole thing of Vizzy being vilified for no particular reason. Like, you literally have one day who goes out, start fires he then can put out to jump up his own score.
Yeah.
They're all one way or another with their own, list prior charges, of which Coupe being with the amount of murders.
Oh yeah, so many murders.
But, Vizzy, up to that point, provided that you haven't treated her like absolute dog crap, there's no real reason why she should be treated like crap by the rest of the team, especially after she brings in when she brought him in, just pretty much going to a standing ovation for the fucking team.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with you on that one.
It just seems a bit.
Yeah. So, in complete summary, we all love the game. We all recommend the game. The finale had some plot holes, to put it nicely.
Yeah.
One more thing I had to mention.
Kind of rushed.
Yeah. No, it definitely felt like there needed to be, I think I said at the time, 2 more chapters in there were missing. One more thing I do have to mention.
Yeah.
This is something that I pay special attention to just because I'm a huge music nerd. The soundtrack for the game is absolutely amazing. It is a delightful little mix of 80s and 90s kind of tracks, and then music that fits the moment where it needs to. If I had to... Actually, no, not even if I had to. I unironically have been listening to Shift and Shift Z, which is basically the theme of the game. Pretty sure. I don't think there's any other song on here that would qualify. For you guys, I have it playing right now. You can tell me if you agree or disagree. This is just the theme of the game, right?
Jesus. Oh,
Sorry.
fucking knobhead.
But yeah, this is just the theme of the game, and I love the entire soundtrack. It's great. I will sit here and listen to it for hours. I bought the soundtrack separately from the game because I bought the game and then I went back and bought the soundtrack again just before we started this recording because I love the music. So that's just a bonus note from me. All right, actual final notes, anything from you guys? Because that's it for me.
You don't want to check that all I've got.
All right, got any last moment notes, Alpha? All right, so that's it. All in all, totally recommend the game. It's great fun. I would love to see more from them. As much as I would love to see a season 2 of Dispatch, have no idea what they would do.
Happening.
It might happen. But I have no idea what they would do. But yeah, so all in all, yeah, that's it. I don't know how to close this out. So thanks for watching.
Yep. That's just how it goes.
See you later, wankers.
Am I gonna have to edit that?
Ow.
Probably.